Hey everybody, quick admin note. This episode was edited and produced by yours truly. So I'm going to go ahead and pre-apologize for any quality issues. I did my best. I am, however, not Ginge the Audiomancer, god of all audio. So just a heads up as we roll into Final Gurl, we hope you enjoy it.
Hello everybody and welcome to the spoopy edition of Lawful Stupid. It's me, your boy, Shainsaw. Joining me as always is Devin Thunderarms Davenport. Say hello, Devin.
Hello, Devin.
Dwayne, the turtlest of doves. Peden. Say hello, Dwayne.
Hello, Dwayne.
Savannah, rocking your star. Last name, Hensley. That's it. Say hello, Savannah.
Hello, Hensley. That is my last name.
And Ray rocks and rolls Murs. Say hello, Ray.
Hi. Hello. Hello. Oh, hello.
Just make fun of you the whole time.
Yep.
You say some more words for me to mock you.
Milk. Bubbler.
Milk. I'm a big dumb idiot. Milk. No. Hey everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We're gonna get a little spoopy, maybe a little mean.
The first murder's already happened.
The first murder already.
Ray's feelings.
Ray's self-esteem. We're gonna be playing because it was such a hit last year. Final Gurl.
Yes.
Before we get started, I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit about the spoop season. Basically, this game is recreating a horror movie. I love horror movies. I watch them every single year. And I'm going to ask the age-old question to all of you, which is, what's your favorite scary movie? And we're going to start with Devin. Devin, tell me what your favorite scary movie is.
Mine's probably Transylvania 2. Not Transylvania. Is that the right? Transylvania, the one with the hotel?
Hotel Transylvania.
Hotel Transylvania
Yep.
2.
And my favorite scary movie is the one I can't remember the name of.
I don't watch a lot of scary movies as a thing because my mother, when I was young, my mother would let us watch things like Children of the Corn because she was a terrible parent when I was like 5 or 6. And I distinctly remember seeing the scene where guys in church and this woman had like a doll of him and she's like stabbing it and he is bleeding from those places she stabs it in church and just blood everywhere dies and to this day.
And Devin never went to church again.
And there was that.
No, it's so funny because I did ask you guys this question last year, and I thought for 100% sure your answers would change. And Devin, you said the exact same thing, so you're honest. Dwayne,
Can confirm.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Wait, I didn't listen to that. Did I say that last year?
No, the exact.
you
you
talked about
said
the
Hotel
Corn.
Transylvania, and then you said Children of the Corn scarred me as a child,
Carry on.
and you mentioned that exact scene. It was awesome.
Yeah, so I have 3, give or take, depending on my mood. The first Paranormal Activity I like. High Voltage, which is like, I believe French, and I've seen the dubbed version of it, which is like a mental thriller. And then I'm really into the, I think it's Insidious? Is that how you say that?
Yeah, 100%. You said those exact 3 movies last year as well. You were also.
But I want to add
Yes.
something. It's a TV
Oh,
show, not a movie, and I've only seen the first episode. It is the 2019 version of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Okay.
They re-released it, the TV show, and
I haven't
it's
seen
not
it yet.
terrible.
Is it good?
I'm into it. It hits a lot of nostalgia for me. It's worth a watch, for
I
sure.
gotta find that.
Yeah. Cool beans. We will go to resident spookologist Savannah.
So one of my childhood movies was The Lost Boys,
Oh, I
the
love it.
vampire movie.
Super good.
Such a good movie. It's absolutely not the greatest movie ever, but it's such a good movie.
Yes.
But then also in college, we watched a lot of really bad B scary movies.
Yeah.
So things like Thanksgiving
Just killing you with the turkey.
with the turkey. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad. There's Dead Snow, which was actually not
Dodge
in
Snow?
English.
Yeah, it was German.
Yeah, it was in. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yep.
Nazi
I'm intimate
zombies.
in Nazi zombies. Yeah, and they were like stuck in
Yeah.
the frozen.
There was also a Dead Snow 2 that was in English, and that one was It's simultaneously better and worse. It was strange. You gotta watch it. Yeah. So those are the ones that come to mind for me.
Now, the real question is, Ray, what's your favorite scary movie?
So here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
The Disney film Hercules scared me a lot as a child.
It should. It had an awful depiction of hell.
Yeah, no, there's the dead boy soup just really got to me.
Yeah.
I don't like scary movies, so I don't watch them. I have seen one scary film, and it is objectively not quite a scary film. I've seen The Blair Witch Project.
Yeah,
that's a scary.
one.
That's a spooky movie.
It's a terrible movie for someone who enjoys hiking in the woods at night.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
Every
one of my
rock formation.
favorite pastimes. Now I'm just out there terrified.
Does it have
I still
to be
go,
at
but I'm
night
very
for you to enjoy it?
Yeah.
Like, or could you
Fun
just enjoy
story.
the day?
My best friend and I did a couple of really intricate Halloween parties. One of which was a masquerade party that we did where I got murdered and they had to figure out who murdered me. That was fun. The second year, we did a Blair Witch themed one where we went into the, like my friend had woods right next to her house, so we went a little bit into her woods. Not very far, but we like set up different little stations for like our friends to follow into with a video camera. And like, so we had a goofy mask, and then we had the piles of rocks, and then we had the little the little stick people hanging up, and then we finally had like a witch's den where our friend was like all bloodied up and like tied to a tree and like freaking out, and like we watched the movie inside while we sent people out in groups of 3, and somehow we managed to line it up to where every time the people went outside to something relating to the movie, they were watching that inside the house. So they went out, found the piles of rocks, came back inside, and like, hey, what happened in the movie? Well, this happened. Oh.
That's so good.
Yeah. And then we watched it at the end, like, we watched, like, everyone had recorded at the end of the night, and it was super cool.
That is very neat.
The thing that happened to me is I watched it, and then, like, 2 days later, I was at work, and I was walking out to, the car I drive for work, and sitting on top of it was a little snowman who had little stick arms and little stick hair. And I walked out and I saw him. And I just like...
You didn't say, what a charming snow fellow.
No, I just panicked a little bit. And I like started reaching for my radio a little bit. And then 2 of my coworkers busted out from behind the cruiser like, hey, isn't it a fun joke? I'm like, no. It was upsetting. No.
Speaking of inadvertently terrifying films... Jack Frost, not the one that's actually a scary movie, but the one that was marketed as a children's movie,
like
where
Guardians?
the dad dies
terrifying.
in a car accident, comes back as a snowman, and it is objectively terrifying. Like, I watched that movie as a young man, and I was like, that can happen. You could be reincarnated as an inanimate object, and that has a very set expiration date. Like, spring comes and you are done.
Horrifying.
See you later.
I
hear that scaring Ray is a bad idea because she'll cry, and that makes me nervous. I hate when you scare somebody and they cry. You're like, oh shit, I broke them.
I'm very good at crying.
You get used to it.
It's one of my special skills. My biggest talent, my biggest asset that I bring to this team is my ability to cry.
And joke.
I've also learned Savannah's immune to tears and sadness now, so there's that.
Yeah.
It's like...
I work at a haunted house. I have to scare people.
It's my job.
If something happens, it happens.
Horrifying.
I love scary movies. You if it's not apparent, by the way, anytime anybody mentions a scary movie, how I instantly vibe and know what they're talking about. I watch them constantly, and I will, for Ray's sake, instead of listing some of my favorites, I'll list some of the more wholesome spook time films. So anything that Scooby-Doo has done, all of the films, I love them so much. Mm-hmm. The Reluctant Werewolf, we were just talking about it. I like The Ghoul School. I like Zombie Island. I like
Zombie Island is one of my
The Witch's
favorites,
Ghost. Well, I tell you what I do every year around spook time is from Zombie Island, I listen to the song Terror Time.
Terror Time?
Because it's Terror Time
That's such
again.
a good song.
Yep. It's really, really good.
Also, werecats were in that movie?
There were werecats
That was
in
new.
that movie.
It was neat.
I also want those peppers. They really sound delicious.
They sound dope.
Every Scooby-Doo food is delicious.
Is the best.
They seem like it.
Monster Squad is another
Ghost
good one
peppers?
if you haven't seen it. A little bit of an older film, but it's like all the Universal monsters. There's like a werewolf, and there's like a Dracula and a creature from the Black Lagoon, and there's a lot of good, but it's like these kids are having to deal with it, and one scene is like the werewolf comes up and like tackles the kid, and he's like underneath him, and he goes, "Wait a second, Wolfman's got nards!" and punches him in the dick, and it's the best.
Okay.
It's like really, really, really top tier.
That screams 80s to me.
It's super 80s, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
excellent.
100%. Yep.
This was mentioned last year, but Cabin in the Woods is always a really good one.
Oh, I
because it
love
throws on
Cabin
its
in the
head.
Woods.
It like gives an explanation for this stuff, and it's really neat.
Yeah.
Cabin in the Woods is super good. Into it. It's
Well-
a good choice.
Regardless of our favorite horror movies, tonight we're going to create one. Now, it's a pretty shticky thing in horror movies for you to watch it and go, "Oh, these stupid survivors, they're not doing what I want them to do. Of course they're going to die." And then, obviously, this one final, usually virginal, very Devin S. Davenport style girl will survive to the end to fight against the great villain. And you knew from the beginning that this was going to be the one who's going to survive, and it's kind of lame. But tonight, we collectively are going to have the authority and the control to decide who is going to survive and be the final girl. So we have some rules, we have some techniques, we have some different things we have to do. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to establish our setting, and we're going to establish our killer. So we have collectively decided that our setting for this year's Spook Fest is going to be a haunted carnival. And by carnival, I don't mean carnival, I mean it's a carnival. It's like carnies. It's like there's a Ferris wheel, and there's like a big old corn maze, and there is going to be like a haunted house, and a house with ruined mirrors, and all of that stuff that you love to see in the spooky carnival. And our villain is going to be a vampire, a Nosferatu, a Count Chocula. And we will go through that with our survivors that we have to create as well. So, does anyone want to volunteer to be the scribe? Cool, I'll do it. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll just do it. It's not a big deal.
Sorry, Jen.
So we're going. I'm going to be putting all of the characters that we create together in Roll20. So you should have Roll20 up, and that is where all the information will be. And we're going to collectively create some characters. And so we're looking for name the adjective noun. That's basically what the formula is for success here. So, like, last year we had Jake Peters, the cool youth professor. And that gives you, like, a name, kind of what he's about. And we'll go through, kind of take some turns, and we'll create all these different characters. No one's going to own any of the characters exclusively. They will become a pool of survivors. Dwayne, stop. What are you doing?
I was reading last year's.
Don't read last year's. We've moved on, Dwayne. That's the past.
What are you reading? What did you read?
If you
Valerie
scroll up on Final
Vanderbilt
Fantasy,
by
you can read
Macius Vixen.
Yeah.
They all have to be illiterate.
Dick McHughley, the third string
Yeah,
quarterback.
Dick McHughley.
Dick
Dick
McHughley, the best.
Hughley, the
Colin
third string
Vanderbeek.
quarterback.
No, okay, so that's last year,
Yeah,
and we're
that's so
moving
last
on.
year.
So last year. This is all new. This is all for. I will be creating my first character, Dick McHughley Jr. It was the son.
But he did what? No.
You don't know if he didn't spread his seed?
He
Oh, that's
had
fair.
like 14 people he had sex with in that. But it's what a mad to live. So we are going to go through turn by turn. We're going to create characters. The book recommends that for a group of our size, that we each create 2 characters. So we can do that. Or if you guys feel saucy, we can do 3.
It's gonna be hilarious. Whatever you do, you tell us.
Okay, then we're just gonna do 2 like the book says. That way, if it's bad and everybody dies too fast, it's not my fault. It's the book's fault.
It's the book's fault.
It's the book's fault. I didn't do it. So we will start with where I've determined people are on my screen, which means we will start with Devin S. Davenport to create our first carnival character.
Great. It's gonna be Rory Fiari.
I'm sorry?
Rory Fiari.
Rory what?
Fiari.
Okay.
The fire-breathing savant.
Fire-breathing savant. Okay, that is our first character, Rory Fiari, the fire-breathing savant. We will move on now to Star. Star, who would you like to create?
Sorry.
It's a werewolf.
It's a werewolf,
Yeah.
I can tell.
I was actually going to say, Callie.
I can't say that name. You gotta change the name.
Callie Fuck.
My name is.
No, I'm
Callie.
so bad at names.
I know, you didn't give your character from campaign 1 a last name until I was like, oh.
See, no one knew that because Jen shut it out because Jen is wonderful. Thank you,
Oh.
Jen.
Well,
Ooh,
We did.
secrets.
So, Callie Carryweather, the librarian.
we do need an adjective to describe Callie Carryweather. The what kind of librarian?
The innocent librarian.
Innocent.
Oh. Just give me her
Is
physical
she hot?
description, Star.
1 to 10.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I need, really.
We move on to Ray.
Jewel Simber, the sweaty palm reader.
Sweaty.
Oh.
Is she sweaty or does she read sweaty palms?
Both. The act of touching someone's palm with your own sweaty hand makes them in turn sweat nervously.
That's true. Jewel Simber, the sweaty palm reader. And we will move on to Dwayne.
Okay. John. Every man.
Okay.
The gluttonous maintenance worker.
Oh, I was gonna do a janitor. Dang it.
I did
Yes.
maintenance worker there. Different professions.
Okay, but
We're at a
not at a
carnival.
small scale carnival. He's got to wear a lot of hats.
Like a-
Maintenance worker. I guess that's me. So I will breathe into existence. Peter
Parker.
Winthrop.
Pevensey.
Oh.
Peter Parker, the Spider-Man.
The spider.
Peter Winthrop, the one who knew, is what I'm going to say. And he is basically like your stereotypical like kid that saw it coming. He's like, no, there's vampires, and no one believed him.
Cried wolf boy. Cried horse, the boy who cried horse.
No, he didn't cry wolf. He's right.
Fried horse.
Cry horse. There's horses here. Save my
Red,
sheep
I don't
from
want to
these
say
horses.
this, but I think there's something wrong with your boy.
He's got this thing with horses.
I mean, even if he did see horses, what does that matter?
He's terrified of him. Also, he works at the carnival. That brings us around town.
Yeah, so
back to Devin. Your
his name is
last character.
Hans Parser. Help
Hans
me
Parser,
think of this boy. So he has like he announces like the stage acts. So he's like what would you call that? Yeah, just an announce. But he's like he's got smoker's cough. So what would or like that gravelly. So what do you?
The
I need that.
Hello,
my name is Hans. Gravelly
The
doesn't work
freight-
with Hans.
freight-
Hans and
Apparently,
Hans the gravelly
Freight
boy.
train smoking announcer.
Chain smoking is what you mean.
Smoking.
Chain smoking, yeah.
No, smokes like a freight train. You ever heard of that? Yeah. Suck it.
Oh.
What?
No, I haven't, but I love it.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that.
And I was a
But not like
smoker
freight
for
train,
like
you
a
weren't.
billion years. You watch me. Okay. Next up, we will have Star again.
All right. Steve McCall, the insistent salesman.
What does he sell?
Everything.
I would like to say, yeah, I would like
His
to say
body.
anything, but probably cars.
And his body.
He sells swords.
Is he? I hope he sells
He
steaks
doesn't-
and silver bullets.
Prime rib.
That brings us to Ray.
Figieri,
Oh.
Oh my God.
Okay.
the greasy cook.
The greasy cook.
Why did I doubt? How do you spell that?
Like this.
Yep. Well, no, it's Fuy. Come on, please.
He said no F
No,
you.
it's too
Okay,
late.
fine. Oh,
No F you.
fine.
And then we will bring it back to Dwayne, your final character.
Let's do Melissa Oak, the scaredy cat.
What does Melissa Oak do?
The scaredy cat schoolgirl. Or the frightened schoolgirl. However you want to say that. Just easy
Yeah,
to
it's
say.
fine.
Hey, so in the chat, it's not coming up for me what you typed in there. Can you tell me what Figieri was and then what Star's previous one was?
Greasy cook, and then Steve McCall, insistent salesman. Why are you not seeing the chat? Is anybody else not seeing the chat?
It's probably
I
just
see
mine,
just
dude.
fine.
Steve McCall, say it again,
The chat.
slower. Insistent
salesman.
Yeah.
But with a deeper voice. Devin, I'm gonna DM. I'm
Slower.
gonna put them in the team's chat or the crew.
Boo. Got them all.
Yeah, do that.
What we currently have.
And then I guess it's me for the final one. I don't love any of these people yet.
We've actually just played Final Girl. He's
Shoot a level hard.
gonna pick the Final Girl, and that's in the game. So thanks for playing, everyone. We hope you enjoyed the episode. Go ahead.
No, I gotta create one last person. And it's gonna.
What do you do with that responsibility?
Oh, does it have to be?
I know.
have one.
Vamp for time, guys. Talk about something cool.
Well, I don't have any of that on par, but let me tell you about our Patreon.
Yeah, do that.
It's real good, and for $1 a month you can get extras, you can get bonus material. That's short stories, that's homebrew stuff, that's all the other junk we end up putting there that isn't appropriate to release in our well, hey, look, there's B-roll audio. There's a lot of... We don't have as much B-roll audio. I'm going to work on that. But you can get a lot of good stuff on the Patreon. And if that's not enough, you can inspire disadvantage against us.
Which we've
if
yet
you're
to
a
see
terrible
happen
human
yet.
being.
I
But if
want
you're
my
a great
advantage
human being,
points.
you can give us advantage. And we need it. If you've listened, we need it.
Oh yeah.
And it only gets worse, let me tell you.
I have
Real
created my
bad.
character.
Oh, okay, great.
The final character we're gonna have is, and I'm gonna go back to the season 1 gimmick. Victor von Van Cryer, the Spookmaster General. He's in charge of the haunted house.
You just wanted to play the proprietor, but spooky version.
No, it's just
I
Victor.
love it.
Not him at all.
He has a water mustache instead of a fire mustache.
Yeah, he's totally different. He has a
Shut up.
mustache
All
made
the
of
time.
bats.
It is 2 bats on the side of his
Bats.
face. Yep, that's exactly what it is. I thought it would be funny to have a character that everybody just for sure would think is a vampire, because his name is Victor von Van Cryer.
I'm kidding. What name can't be perfect?
Good one win.
Well, okay. So I will run through the list, just so everybody listening at home knows who our roster is. We have Rory Fiari, the fire-breathing savant. Callie Carryweather, the innocent librarian, Jewel Simber, the sweaty palm reader, John Everyman, the gluttonous maintenance worker, Peter Winthrop, the one who knew. We have Hans Parser, the freight train smoking announcer. We have Steve McCall, the insistent salesman, Phi Gieri, the greasy cook, Melissa Oak, the scaredy cat schoolgirl, and Victor von Vankrier, the spookmaster general.
Yay.
And then these are our characters that we will be throwing into the story. Now, what we have to do now is we have to establish some relationships. That's always important in storytelling games. Relationships have a twofold kind of strength here. So on one side, they just give us a good idea of who our characters are, and that's nice. In second fold, they actually have a mechanical function in the game. So we're going to be eventually deciding who lives or dies, and the way we're going to do that is with cards. If you have more relationships, you'll get more cards. If you have less relationships, you'll get less cards. Less cards means you have less chance of having a card high enough to save your life. Additionally, there are 3 types of relationships. There is a friendship, there is a rivalry, and there is screwing. They mean exactly what they sound like. If you are friends with someone, you can play a card on their behalf to save them in game. If you are rivals with somebody, you can play a card on behalf of the killer if the killer's targeting them, to give them like a better chance of killing the person that you hate. And if you're screwing someone, you can do either or. You can either play a card for them or against them. And that's kind of the way that works. You guys all have agency here, so when we're playing, there's no need to ask a question like, okay, we're in the kitchen, is there a big freezer? If you decide there's a big freezer, there's a big freezer, period. We're going to be rotating who is the killer and who is the survivors. Whenever you're a survivor, you just pick one character out of the pool. You can do the same character every time. That'd be kind of boring. They don't. None of them belong to anybody. You can always pick somebody. The killer is the closest thing that we have to like a game master, because they're the only ones who can narrate someone's death. Period. No one else can narrate a death except for the killer. If somebody has an idea, like, oh, it'd be really cool if you do this, they can do that, but it's ultimately up to the killer. Please play in the spirit of winning, so even if there's a character that you don't like that you're playing, don't make them die if that's for no reason, and don't try to skew the odds to have one person win. Just whenever you're playing that character, do everything you can to have them survive. We have some scenes we're going to do first before anybody dies, that are just getting to know you kind of scenes. And then we're going to move on to a first blood scene. So give me 1 second here. Yeah, don't worry about certain characters being picked or not being picked. Just pick who you want to play in the scene. And we're going to go around. Everybody's going to get one chance to set the scene. So I'll set the first scene, and then we'll rotate it, and we'll just go through. So I will go ahead and set the first scene. The scene is going to be, there is every year on the 1st of October, leading into the actual spoop season proper, there is a monster mash that occurs at this carnival, where they encourage people to come out in nice fancy costumes, and it's like a dance. So that is the scene. We're going to go around and select characters in order. So we will start with Devin. Please select your character.
You know, I think I'm actually going to go Peter Winthrop, the one who knew.
Okay, and we will go on to Star. Pick your character.
I'm gonna go with Steve McCall, the assistant salesman.
Okay, and then we have Ray.
I'm gonna take Callie Carryweather, the innocent librarian.
Alrighty, and Dwayne.
I will take Hans Parser, the freight train smoking announcer.
Okay, and then you go into a period of free roleplay.
Will you set the scene for me one more time? Give me like a visual.
It's the Monster Mash. It is the big event of the spoop season. It's how we're kicking off the spoop season. There are jack-o'-lanterns everywhere. It takes place in basically like the there's not like a food court because it's a fair, but basically like the alley in which they have all of the different food stalls. They have like tables and chairs set up, and there's like a big open area for dancing, and they're playing like, you know, the hits, you know, the one horn, one eyed, big purple people eater, and the actual Monster Mash.
Yeah.
All the grooviest of the Halloween tunes, and it's a dance. It's like a formal or a social.
But in costume.
But in costume, yeah. Everybody's encouraged to wear like Halloween costumes. They're quote unquote fanciest Halloween costumes. So like you want to be like as much as you can in a suit or whatever, like a zombie in a suit or like, you know, whatever. You're trying to doll it up, but also be spooky
As an actual.
Okay, cool. So Victor von Bancroft. I didn't play him. I played Hans.
You did not pick
Freight
him.
Train Smoker. No, that's okay. He's dressed as a train.
As an actual train.
It's really just like a train for a helmet, and then like a tux at the bottom, and he's just constantly smoking.
He's not the engineer, he's the actual train.
He is the train. Yeah. So like when he blows up, and it goes out his little spout for his helmet.
Oh my god.
Chugga.
Oh, hey there, sir. Can I get you some of this non-alcoholic punch or alcoholic punch?
No, that's okay. I'm good with what I got.
But sir, that's just a cigarette.
Not just a cigarette.
Haven't you heard that?
Cool, I'm Chewbacca.
Bad for your what?
That's
Sir,
great.
You have to smoke in here. It's like it's really messing me up.
She's right, I think that's illegal.
I'm dressed as like a fancy tree. Use that as you will.
It's a nice tree.
Last I checked, this was outside.
Sure, but like we still have lungs when we're outside.
Facts.
Okay, fine.
Just keep watching him? I'm not sure what to do right now. Would you like some
I
punch?
don't know. I would love some punch.
Alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
Oh, alcoholic, of course.
And so pour some in, Henrika.
But like what kind of proof are we talking about? Because like I need to be at work tomorrow morning.
What kind of proof do you need?
What,
Irrefutable.
What's the unrefutable proof? What's the
You should probably start with an ID.
Okay. I don't.
I think Steve sidles up to the punch bowl, dressed like Elvis, absolutely. And says, this punch ball is gonna get you anywhere you need. It's not gonna you'll be fine tomorrow, don't worry.
Oh, okay. I don't. Hey, can I tell you a secret? I don't drink a lot. I'm trying to let loose.
Really, I never would have thought. You let loose, honey, you'll be okay.
Okay.
So what'll it be?
I'll take the alcoholic.
Here you go, Mr. Elvis.
You're cute, kid.
Thanks,
You're
I'm
cute.
Chewbacca. Alright, my mom's calling on my cell phone. I gotta go. Enjoy.
It was nice to meet you. Bye.
And so, bring. Your phone rings.
Okay. Hello, Mother.
Oh, hey, sweetie. Sorry. You're gonna have to get yourself home tonight. I'm not gonna be able to pick you up. There's been a break-in at the hospital. Somebody stole all the blood.
Stole the
For
blood.
the transplants and the... Yeah.
That seems like an odd thing to steal, Mama.
It really is. Who would do such a
What does that have
crime?
anything to do with me getting home by myself?
I gotta work late to deal with the police and the investigation, so I'm not gonna be able to pick you up. You're gonna have to ride your bike home.
Okay, Ma, sounds great.
Hello.
Okay.
I love you very much.
Click, and that's the end of the scene.
I loved him.
So, we now have a job to do. We're not having all fun time yucks. Sometimes we gotta work. And the work that we gotta do is deciding what relationships were established in that scene.
Everyone hated. I feel like probably.
Hans.
Yeah, did not.
The train guy. Yeah.
I'm gonna say
He got some negative points there.
Peter doesn't have one though. I don't think Peter's too young and wholehearted to have any ill will.
Is Peter allowed to be serving alcohol? Just
No, absolutely not.
He just wanted to be helpful.
that's fair.
Okay, so the way that this works is, based on your roleplay, you'll say, I propose a friendship, a rivalry, or a screwing relationship between my character and your character. Do you think so? And then we'll discuss.
I propose that Hans would trip Peter just for fun. After hearing
Okay.
the I'm Chewbacca over and over and over again, and the insult to the do you have to smoke in here?
So like a rivalry between you and this child.
I mean, rivalry is a strong word, but I'll take it mainly because
That's the
if they were
two
running
kind of-
away. Well, you said screwing is an option. He would screw that little kid out of life.
Dwayne, I cannot be clear enough on this. Per the rules, that means you're having sexual intercourse.
Oh dear, that's not what I thought it meant. My bad.
I cannot be clear. We played this game before.
Yeah, but I
it
don't
means-
remember. I couldn't remember how sex came into the last episode, and I just
That's-
assumed just because we were making a
it's
ton
a
of
mechanic
dick jokes.
of the game.
Today I learned rivalry. It is.
I'll tell you how sex got into the last game.
He's like, whoa! Screwing is an option for me and the child.
Nope.
I don't know. I don't think they have
Says
one.
something about the Swedish people in Shane's eyes, but that's okay.
So, question with the rivalry: does both parties have to agree to it? Right? It can't be like.
Yes, has to be consensual.
Yeah,
like all relationships in and out of this game, it must be.
I don't think he would have a rivalry. I think he just made a statement and he's like, okay, whatever.
Okay. Anybody else have anything else to propose?
I know Steve was trying to become friends with Callie, but I don't know how well that
Yeah, I
went.
definitely got like a vibe. Like, let your hair
That was
down,
good,
honey.
that was good. I like that. I like that. They can be friends. Pals. Callie
Okay,
does not
so they-
like Hans.
Or are you proposing a rivalry?
Yes, I am.
Dwayne.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I don't think Hans likes
hates everybody.
anyone who tells him not to smoke. That's his one joy in life. Do you have to do that? That's the only thing I have to
It's
do.
the only thing I got, kid.
Joys in life.
Death and taxes are second to my cigarettes.
Okay. Well, whatever form you're using to keep track of notes, make sure you annotate that they have those relationships.
So we proposed that Steve and Callie had a friendship. Yes.
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 So yeah, Callie and Steve have a friendship, and Callie and
Hans have a
Hans
rivalry.
rivalry.
Got it.
And then we will move on to the next hostess with the mostest. Devin, you are now in charge of setting the scene.
Okay, so after this, there is, this is for the town.
And
Go ahead.
I should mention that these do not have to be in any sort of sequential order, and they can take place whenever.
This one just happens to be sequential. So the Monster Mash is for the entire town to come to for all ages. There's something for everyone to enjoy. However, there is an after party that occurs following this event from 10 to 11 at the governor's mansion in town. And so when you enter, whoever you might be, there are several rooms that are blocked off because there's only supposed to be for the main entrance. There is an upstairs area where there are drinks located both up top and the bottom. There is a taco bar downstairs. That's where a lot of the people seem to be, and there's music and a DJ, and so the party just goes late into the night.
Okay, Devin, go ahead and call out the order of who's going.
Okay, for me, it will be Shainsaw.
I will gladly be Jewel Simber, the Sweaty Palm Reader. Thank you very much.
Can I guess what your voice is going to be? Hey there, darling, come here. Let me see your hands. Okay, next up is Star.
I want to be Melissa Oak, the scaredy cat.
The child at the adult drinking party.
Yes,
Okay.
because
She could be a college schoolgirl.
Oh! Nice.
Next up is Dwayne.
I'm gonna be Victor Von Ben Cryer, the Swoop Master General.
And of course, you know Ray.
I'm gonna pick my boy Faigieri, the greasy cook.
Perfect.
So it's the role I was born to play.
I was born to play this role. Okay, so you enter into, and whatever order you want to take off on this, enter into this party. There is a doorman who is there opening the door for you. And go.
Darling, your aura, it's so dark. And I'm going to approach Mr. Van Cry, the Spook Master General.
Oh, me? Dear, you have the wrong person. My aura is fantastic. And he, like, flares his big cape and his white, like, ruffly shirt. It's like traditional vampire Dracula costume.
Yeah.
He's got, like, fake fangs in and everything.
And a bat mustache.
Just bat mustache, of course, that's canon.
Then something even more tragic has happened. That means that something dark has attached itself to your aura. I must perform a cleansing.
Go right ahead. I would love that.
And
He
she
places
just
his
pulls
hands
out
forward.
You place your hands forward and she pulls out some sage in a bundle and she like catches it on fire and is like around you wafting this burning sage, walking in a circle and chanting, spirits, oh.
Okay. I am not sure what I expected, but it wasn't that at all. But thanks, dear.
Your aura is now as clear as the bright blue sky. That'll be $50.
Oh. He turns around and walks into
50
while she's got her
American-
eyes closed.
50
and, like,
American
hands out.
dollars,
He's like
please.
to the cook. He's going to the bar for food.
I curse you! I curse you and your descendants for all time!
It's okay, dear. I'm a vampire. It's fine.
Okay, he's actually claiming.
Ma'am? So, I imagine 10, 12-ish years old, walking up behind, Jewel. That was your name. Sweaty Palm Reader.
Yes, my sweet child. And she's like now taking drags off of her sheath.
After the sage?
Sage.
That sounds so bad.
Yes,
How
child.
long is everyone going to be here? I got school in the morning.
I have an invitation here. Wait 1 second. I think it says from 8 p.m. to, well, then it's like a jack-o'-lantern and a question mark and then a spooky bat. So I don't know.
Oh.
Late.
Have you seen my dad?
I have not seen him, but I tell you what, do you have an iPod Touch?
No, but I have an iPhone.
Do you have headphones?
Mom says headphones are bad for my hearing.
Your mother is a very intelligent. What's that over there?
Hot dogs, get your hot dogs, eh? It's not a party without Faigieri and his greasy hot dogs. Where you at? Look, I got these hot dogs, like I made a whole bunch of them. And you see bursting in through the door. He's dressed like an unnamed famous cook, and has just an immense amount of very oily looking hot dogs. Like he's got like a little oil footprint pattern, like follows him in. Hot dogs, look at I interested in a delicious hot dog. Maybe you got some from Tony down the street, but let me tell you, these hot dogs are way better. These hot dogs taste like
Fine.
fish water.
Fine. First of all, that's unappealing. Second of all, there's a taco bar. Why are you saying...
Tony got here first. He's branching into the taco business. Color me surprised. Well, you want a hot dog?
Sure, I'll have a hot dog.
Yeah, my dude guy, take a hot dog.
Do they have to be cooked?
Yeah, I already cooked them, man. What do you want?
Okay, I'll take some of those. That's
You
fine.
ain't raw hot dogs.
I'll have $50 worth of hot dogs on my friend here.
Oh, well,
Oh yes, me.
well, they're 50 cents a piece, so you just landed yourself 100 hot dogs. That's more.
Can I have a
Of course
hot
you
dog?
can,
Of
sweetheart.
course,
Here you
small
go.
child.
You want ketchup?
I have 100 of them.
You-
Peace, child.
You want ketchup on it? I got mustard, I got relish, I got some onions.
Oh, don't.
Mama
don't
always
put any
said only
garlic on.
dum-dums put ketchup on their hot dogs.
Hurtful, but she's a small child.
So, am I...
But yes, eat as much as you want. That'll make your blood tasty.
And on that note,
What?
you all proceed to put ketchup on your dog. Whether or not you eat it is to entertain Gary or not. Tacos run out, and so everyone comes over to the hot dogs, starts to eat those.
But I have a market on hot dogs, so I bought all 100.
And so she sells them for 75 cents.
I'm selling them for
dollar.
$1 a piece.
It's a bottomless bag of hot dogs.
Nobody said we could bring magic items.
You said if we said it, it was real. I said it, it's real.
It's true.
I fucked up.
You have a point.
Am I supposed to do anything else with this chain?
Yeah,
You're
well, we have to
supposed say, and
establish.
now we have the
relationships.
task of establishing.
Now we have the task of establishing a relationship. You should say it and I'll repeat it. No, go ahead. So anyone who thinks that they may have built a friendship, a rivalry, or a situation where they would be screwing, go right ahead.
I propose a rivalry
Shoot.
betwixt myself and Victor Van Vancry.
He owes you $50 and you aim to
Yeah,
collect.
sure.
He tried to cheat me.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, absolutely.
I think there might be a rivalry with Jewel and the kid and Melissa.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
It was kind of like a little
she's
weird
like bounced the
relationship.
fuck
but I don't
out.
think- I would not throw you to a serial murderer or a vampire.
Fair.
I don't think Tony's in this game, but I think definitely between 5. I'm getting this out of there. Tony's tacos.
By Gary and Tony.
Probably Fi and Jewel, maybe a little bit of friendship
would be
because I
nice.
bought 100 hot dogs from you.
Well, did
You
you
said
though?
it happened.
Or did Victor
I
put
mean, you
that
owed me
though?
you owed me $50.
Well,
I'm into a friendship. That works.
Okay.
Took all these hot dogs
Hey.
off my hands.
It hit my oily hand. My very greasy hand. Tastes like
greasy.
fish water. Why are you cooking your hot dogs in fish water?
This coffee tastes like fish water. It's so hot out.
It's so hot. Anybody else? Then the title of Scene Master passes from one Devon ass Devonport.
You did. It's a new coffee flavor we got coming out.
And I 100% don't regret it. To Star. Star, it is your turn to be the Scene Master.
Are we still doing another establishing scene?
So we'll all go through and do an establishing scene, and then there will be one additional scene.
So I believe this is a few days before the actual carnival itself, when everything is coming in, setting up. You got your wagons coming in. You got your carnival games getting ready. They're out there constructing those rides and everything. Getting all the new kids in to like run this stuff. All those college and high school age kids who need the seasonal money, so they all come and work in their learning. So it's maybe evening. And I think there's probably some townspeople who are interested in seeing it all being set up and everything.
It's like a block party kind of? Or like a...
No, it's like they're actually like constructing the carnival.
Oh, they're actually like building. Okay, I see.
Yeah. But, sightseers are like, ooh, look at the way they do
They're like
this.
putting up the tents and putting up the rides and all that stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So now you'll start in your order that you deem appropriate. Who's going to select characters?
Who's Shane?
Aaron's giving me a T.
Hey, Shane, I'm looking through here, and I was looking
It's
at
actually
time.
it's actually 3 introductions. What's up?
No, you're good. That you're hitting on what I was.
Yep,
bringing
I
up.
already noticed my mistake.
Wait, what am I supposed to say?
Don't worry about it. You just tell
Keep going.
tell people in order of
Oh.
who's picking characters.
Okay. Going clockwise around my screen, we're gonna go with Ray first.
I thought I was gonna have more time to figure this out. I'm trying to remember.
You were wrong.
Surprise. Someone.
It's your own scary movie.
What? No.
Go on.
Can someone remind me what a savant is?
We'll slowly
uh,
uptake,
brilliancy.
but great on
Prodigy.
the output.
Then I will be playing. Okay. I will take Rory Fiari, the fire-breathing savant.
No relation to Fi
Nope.
Geary.
I'm not saying that's why I just, but
Well, they're really a combo. One cooks, the other.
Oh, I'm definitely John Everyman.
um,
The gluttonous man. It's basically me. I don't know who created this, but
Weird.
it's basically me.
Nice.
Shane.
I literally was like, I'm going to be Rory. Oh, Rory's taken? I'm going to be John. Oh, John's taken.
This is dumb.
Yes.
I'll just be my
Damn it.
I'll be my most special child, Peter Winthrop.
I mean, Dwayne.
Shane, I just had your experience. Oh, this person. This person. Nope. All right.
Good.
You're not alone. I will be Melissa Oak, the scaredy cat squealy girl.
Okay. It is evening. The cool breeze of fall flits through the air. And people are setting up for their carnival.
Hey, you, bring those teddy bears up. Come here. Hey, you, come here. Come here.
Me?
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 All three of yes, come here. Listen. Listen.
Teddy bear and get over here.
Hold on. Listen. We gotta shut up. Listen. If you was my wife, I'd smack you around. Listen.
Whoa.
That's
We
not-
got to put. I'm not married. That's why I don't have a wife. Cause whatever. I've been in prison. I'm out now. I do great things. We got to put these bears on this wall here. Cause you got these little termites running around. Gonna be throwing dots at balloons, and they're gonna win. This is your job. Got it?
Sir?
Yeah. You in the Chewbacca outfit.
I'm not wearing the Chewbacca outfit.
I said it. It must be true. We just go back and forth.
You're not making my character decisions for
Okay,
me.
okay,
I'm wearing,
go
I'm wearing
You.
a sweater vest
You sweater vest boy.
and nothing else.
You pantless sweater vest boy.
No, and pants. No shirt, just sweater.
Okay.
It's very chilly.
To be clear.
Very cold.
Okay.
Cover my nips.
What a detail.
Sir? I don't think that is my job. I think it's pretty textbook yours.
What are you doing here? Listen, I am the maintenance guy. I do the maintenance, but I'm in charge of everyone else working. That's you, and you, and you.
Sir?
Well,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
don't work here.
No, you don't work
we
well.
are children.
What?
No, I don't work
There
here.
are child labor laws.
Can you prove it? Can you prove you have something on you right now? Prove it.
Yeah, here's my instructor's permit or my student driver's permit. I'm 16 years old.
Okay, so okay. Can you pick up that box for me real quick? I just want to see if you can physically pick up that box next to you.
Okay, and I go down and I pick it up with my spindly little arms.
Perfect. Now you're great. Okay, now you can take tiny teddy bears and put them on this wall, kid. That's all I'm asking.
Why? I'm actually here for a very important job. You see, your boss.
Who's my boss? You tell me who my boss is.
I will tell you your boss. It's Drake, Mr. Drake Eula, and he is.
What about Drake Eula? What do you know about him?
Well, maybe I'm just
A chill runs down your spine as you hear the name Drake Eula.
maybe I'm the one.
Maybe I'm the
here,
one.
but
It's a great song, kid. Keep going.
He's never outside during the day.
Okay.
And he went to like all these different functions, but like he just stands outside the door and waits for someone to invite him in. And
No,
I
that's
think he's
Daddy's
a
friend. That's
vampire.
fine. No, he's not a vampire. That's Daddy's friend.
Come on, don't be
when have you seen him eat a food once in your life?
When have I seen you eat a food, kid? Are you a vampire? Come on.
I'll eat a corn dog right now. You want to fucking chow down?
Yeah, eat it slowly. Let's see what that looks like.
I'll eat it slowly with no teeth.
Devin would like to suggest a screwy.
We gotta get this. This kid has to die first, okay? Just saying. Okay. Yeah, let me see you.
I'll eat your corn dog slow, no teeth. Let's
Eat
do
that corn
this.
dog, kid. Hey,
I'll
get
put
those miniature
ketchup
ones.
on it. I don't
Get
give
a
a fuck.
handful of those things. Toss them up in the air. Let them hit you in the face.
Okay, corn pops.
I'm really uncomfortable here now. I think I'm gonna leave.
I'm just saying, don't. You guys don't think that this man is a vampire?
No, vampires aren't real. Come on.
Hey,
Don't be silly.
no, that's children's book stuff, and you're older than
Have
me.
you? His face looks like my ass. He's so pale.
Let me see that part, kid. Let me see how
That's
pale
more
it is.
information than I needed to know about you.
No, sir. No.
Listen, I got a picture of Mr. Dracula. Let me compare that to your butt right now, kid.
Actually, you don't have a picture
No.
of Mr. Drake Eula. No one has a picture.
Oh,
of him.
actually,
No
look.
one has a picture of him. There's no
I
photograph.
got a painting.
His Facebook profile picture is literally just a red rose that's dripping blood.
It's poetic.
That's his
Literally
Facebook
just an
profile
empty
picture.
mirror.
Okay,
Yeah, he's just a
okay.
really deep
I agree.
person.
I agree with that. Listen, kid.
Him and Daddy hang out all the time.
He's always drinking red
Excuse me,
wine,
lady.
but it
Who is
smells
your
like
daddy?
pennies.
And what does he do?
What?
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
Seriously, who are you?
He's the governor.
Your dad is the governor.
I'm the governor's daughter.
Is he
my
gonna stop
dad
by
is the
here? Is he
governor.
gonna come by and see old John Everyman's booth here? Come by and shoot the old dots, the balloons?
I'm sorry, I thought you said you
I
were the
am, but I
maintenance
also
guy.
own this. Listen, it's a business. You wouldn't know anything about
I
that.
wear a lot of hats.
You're just a kid.
I thought Mr. Dracula owned everything.
He owns it's like a sublease on a booth.
Oh, so you're like
Yeah,
renting
now
the
you're
space.
getting it.
That's cute. Yeah. Okay. So
I'm
you like
gonna
have a
ju- I'm gonna
kiosk
ju-
in a
just-
mall?
You
kinda.
there drinking the oil. What are you doing right now?
Quality control.
What quality? That seems kind of weird to me.
I've heard it's good for the skin.
Let me see that.
Hand it over.
Garbage.
I'm assuming that Rory Fiari is wearing overalls and has big red hair. Is that fair to say?
Yes, absolutely. And also just like
Real life
the
fire
worst
genocide.
acne.
No.
Terrible acne.
Oh. No. Well, you drink oil all day.
I heard that if
I'm just getting into how Ray always drinks oil
it
somehow.
wasn't my it wasn't my choice.
Too.
This is thrust upon me.
I
Both times.
heard if you drink it, your body decides it's had enough and stops making
Listen, kid.
I think that's suicide.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. That's pretty dark.
It stops doing a lot of stuff.
Here's a teddy bear. On the house.
Thank you.
What's your
It
name,
doesn't mean
kid?
as much if you don't earn it.
Rory Fiore.
Rory Fiara, you look me in the face right now. You looking me in the face? One day your pizza face is gonna be gone and you're gonna be beautiful. But you gotta be here to be beautiful.
Now help me load up these teddy bears.
Let's stop putting these teddy bears on that wall. Well, I'm gonna kill you.
You know what'll make you feel better if you put a teddy bear on that wall and another?
And another. And again.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
You governess kid. Either you're working here or you're getting out of here.
Yeah, I'll go tell Daddy about the creepy maintenance guy.
Yeah, whatever.
Sure.
Small child
Should both-
with the sweater vest. You working or you getting out of here?
I'm gonna go try to find Drake's coffin.
Okay, kid. See you in the funny papers.
And that's where we're gonna end that scene. So now we're gonna establish some bonds from that scene.
I propose a rivalry betwixt my child investigator and
What do you
this
propose?
horrible
rivalry?
party.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Rivalry. Yeah.
Okay.
I would propose a friendship between John Everyman and Rory Fiore.
Yeah, that was cute.
And to the same token, probably a rivalry between Melissa and John Everyman.
Yeah, for sure. I think.
Is that it?
Yep.
And as Dwayne and I were talking about, I was very wrong. There's only 3 establishing scenes. So the next scene is going to be the bloodbath. It is imperative for me to tell you, to anybody who's not played the game before, no one is going to survive this scene. Everyone dies in this scene. Period. But it's up to the killer to decide how. And it is my pride and privilege to announce that the killer for the very first bloodbath scene is...
Oh no!
Oh no!
Timeline.
Oh
I
yeah!
have to show a
That
moment
is
of
the darkest
confidence.
timeline. And
No, you just have to suck people's blood. It's fine.
it is me, Drake Eula.
I have not seen my reflection.
I've never seen my reflection.
But see yours.
My reflection show anything at all.
So we have to decide who's going to die in this scene. We have to choose 3 people to die, and it goes off of who has the least amount of relationships. So we know Steve McCall, the insistent salesman who no one ever picked, is for sure going to die.
No, he was playing.
I think everyone has at least one.
Callie.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bust.
Hans.
Actually, no one has no relationships.
Does anybody not
Yeah.
have any?
Oh no, yeah,
So-
Hans has a rivalry.
So, Jewel, John,
I
Callie
have something written down for everyone.
have at least 2. Those are the ones that have at least 2. Everyone else has 1.
Okay, so literally everyone else is up for grabs. So, hey, myself, Dwayne, and
Ooh,
Devin
I'm gonna go.
pick someone to play their death. And Star.
Okay.
Yeah, Victor?
Cool. I don't get this thing. I want to claim Victor.
I'm gonna go,
Oh no.
it's true.
Well, he's already dressed like a vampire.
I'm gonna choose Melissa Oak
The child.
because I want.
Oh
Ray.
gosh.
Well, welcome
Oh,
to,
come
to
on.
one bloody
Oh,
thing
I love
after
it.
the other. My campaign that is very child unfriendly.
And also because I think that if she becomes a vampire, she's a child vampire, and that is one,
Oh God.
terrifying, and 2, probably the meanest thing you can ever do because she'll be a child friend like that.
I'm gonna go Hans
There's
Parser.
a whole slew of reasons why you don't do that, and it's all listed out in Interview with the Vampire.
I'll be Jewel. Yeah, I'll be Jewel.
No.
I thought Jewel wasn't up for grabs.
You got Rory, Fi, Steve, and Peter.
She does have 2
Does she have
bonds. Yeah,
Oh. I don't have 2 written down.
Rory only has 1.
Rory has 1.
Fi. Yeah.
Oh, well, I want Peter, so I will pick Jewel. Fi the Greasy Cook. Fi Guerrero.
No, Figier. Oh, you're gonna make Ray kill a child and
Yeah.
her love interest.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, what?
He did not stutter.
Hang on.
It's fine. It's gonna be a rough night for you. It's okay.
I did what I said.
He did not.
Okay, so Ray, if you would be so kind as to set the stage.
I think the carnival has a long-held tradition of opening midnight. And the townsfolk are lined up outside. There's a throng of people, a cool autumn breeze, the faint smell of candy corn and elephant ears, and then the library bell. 1, 2, 3.
Do not count to 12.
It gets to 8. At the stroke of 8.
12.
Times. And Victor, you feel a cold, cold hand on your shoulder. And
I turn.
you turn. You see a very pleasant, smiling face. And it's the last.
Ah!
Thank you for coming.
Ah! Drake. Good to see you! Are you excited about the
We don't
opening?
really have time to talk. And you feel a sharp, cold
Oh?
pain in your neck.
Ah!
With inhuman speed, the stroke of 9, Hans, you feel a hand on your shoulder.
And I turn.
Thank you for coming.
Hey, thanks for having me here. I appreciate all the hard work you put in
We
it.
don't have time to talk.
Okay.
You feel a sharp, cold pain in your throat.
Okay.
Another bell chime. 10. And 5. You feel a cold hand on your shoulder.
Oh, hey, you want a hot dog?
Not tonight. Not tonight.
Not tonight.
We don't have time to talk.
Okay.
You feel a sharp, cold pain in your neck.
Not my hot dog.
The 11th chime. The 11th chime, Melissa. You feel a cold hand on your neck. And
Papa?
you turn around and there's a man kneeling in front of you with a very kind smile.
You're not my papa.
No, I'm not. And you feel a sharp, cold pain in your throat. And then
Where?
the clock chimes midnight, and the carnival has begun.
I dig it.
That was beautiful.
Just for everybody's future reference, normally we would get a free roleplay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Before Ray killed us all, but she doesn't know. She did the fucking rule. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
I really
You did
like
a
that.
Great job.
though.
It was very spooky, and I loved it.
That was some spoopy gothic
speed it
horror.
up.
I'm digging that.
My favorite part was
Turn around every now and then I get bit in the neck by a vampire. Now I am one.
fair use.
Okay.
All right, so we have had our first casualties, and we're gonna move right along to regular play. So in these scenes, we need not have everyone die. People can survive. It's all up to the luck of the draw. So your character, whoever you pick, will get to draw one card plus one additional card for every relationship that they have. The killer gets the entire rest of the deck. So they'll draw one card at a time and they'll play their card to kill. Now, the killer can choose either a specific target to go after, or it can say, I'm going after everyone, beat this. It's all up to the killer. You can't be targeted twice in a row. Is the shtick of it. But it will keep going. The scene will continue until one person dies. One person has to die every scene. Alternatively, one person has to survive every scene. So if the killer says, I'm gonna pick everybody, and then draws the highest, most powerful card, the Ace of Diamonds, well, normally nobody will be able to beat it, but whoever has the highest card will get to survive. Because there must always be one bloody, screaming survivor from every scene. Make sense?
Woo.
Take us away, Dwayne. You are the killer and the scene setter for the first regular play scene.
Love it. This carnival has started at midnight, and I think the Monster Mash, while it's usually what kicks everything off, There's typically like people strolling in just as nightfall happens. So this is just before Monster Mash, and I think it's just the opening, the floodgates. People are getting their wristbands. They're rolling in. They're getting their funnel cakes because that's the only thing I get at a carnival that matters. And then there's all of the rides spinning up, and it's just a joyous moment as night falls and the lights of the carnival begin to break the cold night air. So we'll start with Star. Who do you want to be, Star?
I want to be Callie Carryweather.
Alright, Star is Callie. Got it? Devin.
John Everyman.
Oh no. I know who I'm gonna kill. Got it?
He's got like 3 bonds though.
I will go through them. Ray, who do you want
I'm
to
gonna
be?
take Rory again.
Okay. And Shane, my boy.
Fuck you, I'm Peter Winthrop.
Okay.
Take that.
Hurtful.
Take that, Dwayne.
Look at this team.
So draw your cards now for your number. So I'm gonna shuffle them first. Yep, deck is shuffled. Draw your cards for your 1 plus every relationship you have.
Bold of you to assume I've taken that good notes.
It's Rory, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Star has really good notes, and we were all banking on it.
Garbage. So it's 1 for
Hey.
each bond.
Devin has
Yeah, bro.
4.
Devin's got a lot.
He's got
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
relationships.
I'm
I thought
rivals
you
with
missed
Peter,
3,
Melissa, and friends with
Golly.
Rory.
Wait, is it
You
so
got
that's your
3 in
actual-
one turn.
played up
hang
to
on.
this point?
How do I
or
get-
the character we're playing right now, their bonds?
No, the character we're playing right now.
Unfortunate.
Well, you have 1 bond, so you draw 2 cards.
Oh, bless.
There we go. Okay. I didn't realize it was 1 plus the bonds.
1
so I
plus
got
1 for every relationship. Yep.
Hand these over to me. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, there they are. Okay.
And then Dwayne, you're just gonna deal yourself 1 at a time.
Yeah, I just draw off top
As
of
you
the
do
deck.
your thing. Yep. And so we are here at opening day, and we kind of stumbled in late, but we are here at the first day of the carnival. Correct?
Yep. You hear the carnival music in the background.
All right, Miss Carryweather, there's your standalone bookshelves for people who are coming in. Good luck.
Oh, thank you so much. I really think that this take one, leave one thing is just gonna just take off. It's really gonna encourage some good reading in this area. God knows we need it.
That's what we call the toilets, right? You take one, you leave one. It's a dump. You get the joke.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's very,
Cool,
very,
cool, cool.
very clever.
Hey, what's this book
Very
here? What's this one
clever.
about?
A bug's life?
Yeah, what about a book? What happens in here?
It's a story of a grasshopper.
Why are you saying it? Why you say it like that? It's a grasshopper.
Sorry, there's these grasshoppers who have taken they have these ants who do everything for them, and then the ants rise up against the grasshoppers. It's really a compelling story. You should really.
I feel like those ants
Are you
sometimes.
okay?
I'm just trying to do my best. I can't. You mind if I borrow this?
Oh, yeah, take
Thanks,
it. Go
Kelly.
ahead.
I really need reading for the John.
Now, Mr. Rory,
Yeah.
it's really important. I'm gonna need you to be on lookout tonight because the only ways to kill a vampire is with fire.
No, there's no vampires. They're not real. I don't think they exist.
Well, I'm telling you, it's so okay. Even if you don't believe me, which would be crazy, but even if you don't
don't.
believe me,
I thought
just
it-
pretend. Err on the side of caution.
Fire. I don't like to
Fire.
do it.
That's like your whole thing,
No,
dude.
it's embarrassing. makes. I don't like to do it. People look at me weird.
No, I believe you can do. Give me some of your best fire right now. Come on.
And like a single spark.
Classic Ray.
Alright, listen.
That was really good.
Thanks. Are people looking at me weird?
No, everybody's looking at you like you're fucking cool.
I'm an idiot, but I'm not stupid.
You could kill like 1,000 vampires with that.
They get really, really close. Is that really how you kill vampires? I don't think that's the silver bullets, beheading, fire, the sun, a wind stake through the heart, or if you can make them fall in love with a human. Oh, okay.
Peter, I think you may need to take this book. And she like holds out
The
like,
Bible.
I was going with a copy of Dracula.
Oh.
So there's just a couple more methods in there that I think you missed.
Well,
I
Bram
think
Stoker's a fucking hack, but thank you.
Well, he's also the one who kind of created the modern vampire mythos. But yeah.
Well, see, you use that word, and we don't like that. Mythos?
What's the matter with mythos? I thought you were going to say the vampire was the bad word.
No, that's fine, though, because that's just part of our lives. It's not a myth. They're real, and this carnival is read about. How do you not see it?
I think you've been reading a few too many comic books, honey.
I don't even read comic books. Well, sometimes, but just Spider-Man and Moon Knight. 'Cause they're good.
Stumbling out of a nearby porta-john. Miss Callie, this book is freaking amazing. I appreciate it so much. You know what? I'm turning over a new leaf. Bug's life, pun intended.
That's great to hear.
Also, I dropped a wicked deuce in that one. I would not go in there.
Oh.
What are you nerds doing out here?
But just trying to save everybody's life.
Convince me vampires are cute. Yeah.
I agree.
Peter, I know you have our best interests at heart, but I think you may be taking this a little too seriously.
It's like, like, play pretend we get it. It's like...
I'm gonna go secure myself behind some running water.
Okay.
My house,
You've been-
right? No one's invited to my house!
All the dungeons and the
You've been playing
nerds,
that game with the dice again, haven't you? The game with the dice and the one vampire.
It's like the dice.
And the what's
Dice
it
and
called?
donuts.
What's it called? Barovia.
Let me get you dressed up like some
That one.
weirdo.
You've been playing that game, haven't you?
I've been playing Barovians and Barons, yeah.
And John,
Yeah.
you hear like this like ruckus behind like your
Gotta go, guys. Gotta get out of here.
your like throwing
Here you
booths
go.
with your prizes. Yeah, and so you rush into the back of this this booth, right, where you've hidden the rest of the stuffed animals, and you've I've assumed rigged up this game. And there's a small child, who's kind of like very haunt looking, very like
Hey, you widow
calm,
kid, get out
quiet,
of
kinda
here.
looking
This ain't the place
down
for you.
as you walk in. And she like looks up and bares her
You'll
fangs.
never kill me.
And now we're gonna do the card thing as she.
We are John Everyman.
I have too many cards.
So I can play.
Oh,
anything
yeah,
I
not
want.
with that.
Two clubs.
Now
Don't know
it's
if you
a
can beat
buzz.
that.
I'm gonna play my highest card. Okay, wait, hold on. Some blood, but I don't need that. Boom.
Anything.
Yeah,
Play.
yeah, pretty much.
Hold on. Boot.
Yeah.
You just drag it onto the screen.
I don't.
There you
I
go.
don't see the cards.
There
you
Oh,
go.
no, I see it now. Never mind.
Yep.
Excellent.
That
so
is
you you're just so yeah. So you walk in and she like lunges, and I think you, being just a big burly dude, kind of like throw her back. And every time she advances, manhandle her, and she eventually scatters off, realizing she can't get past
Frickin'
your gluttonous
kids.
exterior.
He's just too gluttonous. I can't bite him.
His girth! I can't handle his girth!
Continue.
Jeez, I hope there's no trouble.
I'm gonna go check it out.
It's probably a vampire.
Honestly, if you're so worried about like the running water, why don't you just like hide in the tunnel of love or something?
They won't let me back in after last year, you know that.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go help him out, or something. I'm gonna go mosey on over to.
Probably out front. I've just moved on. Some scoundrel.
John, you
kid
still
there.
at your booth?
What was?
Stupid kid.
I should point out that the teddy bear he's given me is like in the front pocket of my overalls, just like hanging out.
Yeah, some stupid kid behind the thing, probably trying to wait for
okay.
their boyfriend or girlfriend to make out. You know, that's how it is.
Oh,
But yeah,
yeah.
you're kind of weird, kid, but I like you. You guys,
okay.
are you gonna say something? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go back and see if I can find more books to read. Apparently, those are like very interesting.
Oh, yeah. They're just don't
Listen,
sneeze.
I brought an extra sandwich. It'll make you feel better.
They're
Here you go.
paper.
Look someone in the eyes whenever you're talking to them. That'll help you boost your confidence. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Thank you.
It's an audio medium. No one can tell.
It's an audio
good kid.
video. I just caught that.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
So after Peter departs, Rory, you feel like a tap on your shoulder, and it's Victor Von Sauerkraut. Von Van Cryer. Rory,
Yeah.
can we discuss your act in your tent, please?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he like leads you to your tent, and he's wearing the same Dracula garb he consistently is wearing.
I'm a follow him.
And yeah, so you guys, he like motions for you to go into your tent, and he says, "It's about your gusto. We're going to need a little bit more show from you." And he's going to proceed to attack you.
Okay.
Better, but still not great.
Ooh.
Well, it's still not great.
Wait, okay. Well, shoot.
Okay.
Now, it is at this point that if anyone is friends with Rory, they could play a card on Rory's behalf.
Okay. Alright, if Devin doesn't want to save her, she will die. So Rory's like, I guess like listening, and he just, unlike Dracula, Victor is just fucking gruesome and takes a big old bite. Still not in control of his taste, like good old gash marks, but then like leaves her with the sweater because he's a gentleman, or a scarf, not a sweater, a scarf.
You say a sweater?
Yeah, well, yeah, he just
Also,
it's
also him.
What? Rory's a dude?
Yep.
Today I learned.
Still a gentleman.
Chivalry knows no gender.
Okay.
So to be clear, are you turning Rory or just fucking
Murdering.
Oh.
Murder dead?
Straight up murder.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Oh.
No control.
Dead?
I like it when you
fair
go
enough.
in for the throat. There's like a little bit
Spicy
of water
boy.
comes out, but not enough to make like inflating a balloon or something.
He
The boy is
finally
lit fire.
did it.
This is the
That
last.
Stills boy.
Well,
And
Cool
that's
beans.
where we're gonna end our scene.
A good guy.
So did we get any additional friendships?
I would like to propose a rivalry between Peter and literally everybody in that scene.
Well, we already have one with
We're
John.
not
We already
established.
have one
Not
with
believing
Callie.
Okay. That's just his thing now. If you don't believe him, you're not
that's
cool with
fair.
it.
I would like to add Callie, and I would like to.
I think so,
do a
also. Do
mid-scene
we-
addition for Rory?
I don't know. I feel like John has a friendship with Callie now.
I think that's probably true.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what happened to the Tunnel of Love, but it probably wasn't good. Sorry.
Yeah, I would like to
And
propose
then
an
Peter has a
additional,
relationship with.
with Callie and Rory of a
Rory doesn't
rivalry.
matter anymore, though, right? Like,
They actually still do
wow.
count. Your bonds with the dead
oh,
still
good.
apply.
We love bonds with the dead.
Got it.
We can get bonds with
and
the dead.
then in addition to that,
Apparently so.
yeah, absolutely, 100%.
I hate that.
You don't make
They
friends
still-
with the
so-
dead? I do it every day.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. So that also means that when a character survives a scene where another character died, they gain a survivor point. So Peter and John will both, and Callie will all gain a survivor point, which means that the remainder of the game, any scene they're in, no matter who's controlling them, one of the cards that they draw, they can immediately discard it and take a new one for each survivor point that they have.
Got it.
Peter, John, and Callie.
Yeah, anybody who survived the scene.
Oh, Peter.
All have survivor
Yep.
points. I'm just trying to remember names.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody
Peter,
Rory.
John, Callie. Everybody Rory. Rory doesn't get any more points.
It's fine. It's what I deserve.
Until Rail summons her. Shane? Yeah? Your turn?
Yeah, no, it is my turn to be the death boy. I will say that it is this point in the evening where they have opened up the corn maze. And all of your characters in this scene are going to be inside of it on a lark. They journey into the corn maze where who knows what could await them.
I'm gonna be Jewel.
And
Cinder.
then
Sweaty pollinator.
if we could have Devin select a character. And if we could have Star select a character. Yeah, a character that's not dead. You can't play a dead character.
You know what I was saying? I thought for
You
some
should go to
reason
the
I thought
bathroom or
Jewel
something.
was dead.
I wanted Jewel for the death scene, especially when Ray set hers up, because I was going to be like, I saw you coming. But
Yes. I want to be Callie again.
no dice. I made hot dogs instead. Alright.
Callie again. Okay. We
I'll
have
be
Rick,
Peter.
Peter Winthrop, and Dwayne.
I'll be Steve McCall, the insistency.
Okay. Draw your cards.
Hey. Hey, someone to tell me how many bucks Peter has?
With Callie. A lot.
Peter
no,
has
wait,
a ton.
Peter?
Star,
A
the
lot.
resident.
1 second. I'm dragging.
She had 4 total.
I'm sorry, I'm drunk.
1 plus the 3.
Peter.
He had 1, and then he gained, 2 more that scene?
Callie has 5.
He had 4
Okay.
last time,
4 total.
or 4 this time.
And then,
Yeah.
I don't know what I did, but I have a card stuck on top of my name.
you don't on my screen.
Okay, don't worry about it. That's fine.
And then, if you want to, anybody with a survivor point can use that to
So we
earn
need to
what's
take
just
that
put
off
on
now,
top and
right?
draw a new one.
I would love to do that. How do I yeet it into the
So that
disc?
one
Just, like,
was for Peter,
throw it
correct?
out there?
Survivor point?
Yeah, just play it.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, so you, for Callie as well. Okay.
Who discarded the 3 of
That was
diamonds?
me.
Callie's got a survivor point too. Yep. And then you both can draw one more card to replace the one you discarded.
Okay. Neat.
And then you are in the corn maze.
Now, is this a haunted corn maze?
They're all haunted. There's a vampire.
It's there are some jump scares that are set up throughout, but they're all like animatronics. They couldn't afford to hire live actors.
Oh. They're all over
You're
at the
on the
haunted
job.
house. No, there's a haunted house.
Yeah. Which is also full of animatronics. And it's also full of animatronics. They couldn't afford any live actors.
Well,
Hey kid, you wanna buy some corn?
No, it's a terrible what? There's a vampire. on the
Beautiful.
list. It's a vampire.
Yeah, but vampires don't like corn. It's a thing.
No hesitation.
That doesn't make. Listen, I've read all the books. I got my stuff down. No corn is mentioned.
Yeah, but I got garlic corn.
Fine, you sold me. How much?
That's
is
pretty effective. If that doesn't work, I could probably dip it in some silver.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much is your corn?
Oh, how much you got? This is a negotiation, kid.
That's super not how things work.
It is.
$1. I'll give you.
Pop out of the States once in a while. Everything's a negotiation.
Sure. Okay. I've traveled abroad. I got.
I feel like you haven't. Maybe Transylvania, all this vampire talk, but that's okay. You want some corn? $5 per ear.
Oh, I'll give you 2.
It's good corn.
I'm
Some of it's silver tipped. Could be.
I'd check it. I ain't opened them up or nothing.
You could shuck a corn. Who knows what you're gonna get? You shuck a corn, might be a vampire in some of those corn.
You $2 and I'm walking away. This isn't even like corn you can eat.
$2 it is.
Cool. It's like cattle corn or something.
So you give him $2.
I'll mark it down from my inventory.
He pops a ear of corn off of the corn maze and hands it to you. Pleasure doing business with you.
Steve, dear.
Hey, you want some corn? I got some corn.
Honey, you're trying to sell me corn and I'm not buying. Listen, give the sweet boy his money back.
It's fair. He bought it. It's fair and square. What do you mean? We had a deal. $2 for the corn.
And you and I had a deal. We were going to come out, have a fun date night. I wasn't going to read palms. I did that. Sorry. And you were going to try to sell things, and you're doing that. So now we're even.
Okay, so we're even. I'm not going to give the kids the money back, and you're not going to read any more palms. It's
Let me
fine.
see your palms.
Okay.
Sorry, they're a little sweaty. I know. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It says... Sorry, I'm not here to steal your thunder.
I don't know. Oh, first of all, I don't know how old. I just imagine she's very, very old, Jewel.
She's Professor Trelawney.
yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking like
really-
later in the age, but not super
And
old.
she grabs your hands and she says, "I see that we're gonna have a great night." Like this, and then she.
Honey, you say that every time, and we always argue because you. Okay, you're right. We're gonna have a
All
great
right, kid.
time.
One in the house. I feel like you were shafted. Let me read yours.
It's a fair deal. What do you mean?
Sure. I mean, whatever. $2 isn't gonna matter when we all get killed by vampires.
Now. She grabs your hands.
Oh,
You grab
Peter,
her hands.
it's
She didn't see it happen. It won't happen. Don't worry.
Come on, listen. Rory.
Hey, girl, you want? Oh, never mind.
What did you say?
Nothing. It's fine, honey. Read his
always do
palms
this.
because you weren't gonna read any more palms.
always
You weren't
do
gonna
this.
read any more palms.
Every
And
time
the next
we're
thing
out.
you say is, "You know what, honey? I love you."
I love you too.
Wasn't Steve like a kid 3 scenes ago?
No,
He's
Steve
over
was
it now, he's a
the
man.
car salesman.
No, Steve's his sales guy. Peter's the kid. Know your role.
You're the
Get back
child.
in character. You're the child.
I know I say fuck a lot, but that's because that's
Okay, Peter. Peter, I'm gonna read your palms now.
Hey,
Okay.
Peter, I think I
hold
found
on.
some evidence
And
over
she lets
here.
go of your hands. Her eyes widen.
So you don't have to. He does not have. He doesn't have time to get his palms read. This
Peter-
is drill.
Oh, that's not good when she does that,
Get out of
Peter.
here right now.
That's bad. You're
Your
probably gonna go
vampires
into
are
debt
real.
or something.
I saw it.
I knew it.
You know how often
Oh, honey, calm down.
I'm rarely
don't,
wrong.
Don't indulge
I'm sometimes
the kid.
wrong.
Okay, yeah,
I'm mostly wrong, but this time I'm not.
honey. Okay. Okay, oh, baby, I believe you.
In the future 100 times.
You better.
This is the 101st time she's read palms.
Well, why would I lie to you?
And then
I
in this
told you.
moment, I need everyone to beat my 7 of clubs.
Roll a will save.
Roll a will save.
Hey, so Ryan, remind me. You said it. So I just have to have a red beat, right? Or is it you're saying?
No, it's gotta
No, I'm
be a
saying
number.
it has to be an 8. It has to be either a red 7, a 7 of spades, or anything higher than a 7. There you go. Does anybody who played the 4 of spades?
That would be the salesman.
Uh-oh.
Does anybody have a friendship with him and want to save his life?
Callie does.
Yeah, I actually do.
And I can stress this enough. Bonds can be determined mid-scene. So, like, obviously, y'all
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can play a card
that's
for
true.
them.
y'all screwing for sure. So, like, that's a relationship that's in play. Can we agree? You can both draw a new card
Oh.
immediately.
Well, let me just draw a card. A single card. Not better.
And then now there are 2 people.
How do I
that
get the
play
card
will
thing to
save.
go away
If they
so I can
so
draw a
choose, you can just
card?
let them die a peasant.
Like where
I
it
don't
shows me
care.
where my cards are.
True.
There we go. So, okay, here we go. Oh, so I'm drawing a new card. Okay, hold on.
What do you-
Okay, and you
You
said
could
yours
click
was
on the
not
text.
better. Do you need help still?
Not. Yeah, I still need help. Otherwise, our salesman is dead.
Boom.
Oh, salesman shall live on.
Yeah, everybody has beat my 7 of clubs, and as such, the scene continues.
Wait, so then what happens, Shane?
Did anything narratively happen?
Nothing happens.
Okay, cool.
That basically, so this was an attack on everybody. So
Yeah.
imagine a vampire stalking, waiting for a moment of vulnerability, and none were shown.
Didn't find it. Yeah, totally get that. Just wanted to make sure I didn't miss something.
The vampires are real, I knew it.
Well, don't tell him that.
Yeah, you're probably gonna die, kid.
Come with me, I'm gonna grab Callie and
Well,
just
honey, you
take off
said
sprinting
you're
into
gonna
the
eyes,
corn
big boy. You said you're rarely wrong.
maze. I'm
What?
grabbing Callie. I'm gonna sprint into the corn maze.
Oh,
Okay.
oh gosh.
Don't go.
The way
Oh,
I
that's a
believe
bad
is that.
idea. Oh, honey, did
Yeah, they're gonna die now
Did
for
you see
sure.
them do
That's
that?
where they weren't supposed to run. Whatever that,
Definitely,
but they
they're
didn't
both
get to
dead.
hear that. They never do.
They should have listened. They should have listened. You, honey. You're so smart.
Yeah. As
They
much
did.
as much as it pains me, Peter, you're breaking all the rules. So this is gonna go to Peter. Oh God, Jack of Hearts.
Ugh.
Woo!
Oh.
I didn't kill my boy. I
Nice.
didn't kill my
Boy
boy.
alive.
So yeah, 100%. Gosh, what vampire thralls do we have now? We have.
We have.
Oh, it's Figuieri. Figuieri.
Figuieri and Melissa Oak.
Figuieri stumbles. Figuieri comes through the corn, just like not like through the maze, like busting through the walls, and he goes, "Who wants to buy a hot dog? Maybe a blood sausage."
Oh, my beautiful creation. But I smell him coming from several meters away.
Yes. So, and as a result, Peter, you and Callie get separated, and you guys go in divergent paths through the corn maze, but you're able to avoid the wrath of Figuieri.
That sure is a weird place to be selling hot dogs.
Hey, honey, you hear that? Somebody else
Yes,
selling
dear.
something.
Well, you know what? Go barter with them. If you want what they got so bad, then why don't you go barter with them, and I'll just wait here.
No.
No, you know what? Fine.
No,
I'm gonna go
man,
barter.
We're gonna leave you in the middle of a corn.
I'm gonna go
maze.
barter with
That's
him.
Spooky.
And she
You
walks
just
over.
taking
Walks
corn
in the corn
off
maze.
the. What? But
And breaking one of the primary rules, Jewel beat my King of Hearts.
Ooh.
Shining finger!
Shining finger!
Hey, sir, I would love one of your blood sausages, please.
No. You approach Fire.
Blood sausage, please. I'll pay whatever you want for it.
Excuse me?
Okay.
We make them fresh. And he bites into your neck, takes a large gulp.
That's the grossest thing I've ever heard.
His hands and starts forming it into a circle with his supernatural powers.
That's disgusting.
It's your blood and oil, which is he permeates oil and grease, and he just packs it into this immediately congealing sausage, which he hands to you, and normally you would be repulsed, but it smells so goddamn good, and your fangs protrude, and that's the end of that scene.
That's true.
Weirdest fucking vampire. Why are there so many characters covered in oil in this game?
I don't
know, Ray.
I didn't make the oily boys.
Yeah.
That's extra virgin olive oil.
Gross.
Devin
All right.
is always married to Dwayne or Shainsaw. Yeah.
Yeah, that's in our
Broken
contract, really.
Where's the lie?
I don't know. So after me, it is back to Devin. Devin, you are the killer.
Cool. So, Corn Maze was fun for everyone, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we love
sure
Corn Maze.
was. One of the other major attractions that is happening here is the Mirror Maze. Make your way through the Mirror Maze. And there's not a lot of people who make it out in the time frame that it is given to them, but if you do, you're able to go over and get yourself a teddy bear or a cotton candy or a hot dog on a stick or what are those fritter things called? I'm forgetting the name of the most
Funnel
delicious
cake.
dessert.
Funnel cake?
Funnel cake. Yeah, a funnel cake. Yes.
Funnel cake?
Funnel cake.
So,
Funnel cake.
so the guy standing at the door was like, "Come on, take your stakes, try to make it through the Mirror Maze, and get yourself a funnel cake.
Get yourself a funnel cake.
Go ahead and pick your characters for the scene."
Who's first?
Alright, I'll be John Everyman. He didn't
Thank
give us
the
an
Lord.
order. So I established dominance.
Yeah, just go ahead and pick. So Dwayne's got John Everman.
I'll be Steve McCall.
Got it.
I'll be Peter this time. I haven't gotten to be Peter yet.
Oh, no. That means I have.
Oh, did we do relationships for the last one?
We didn't. We did one
Mid-scene.
Yep.
And then they died.
Callie and would Callie and Peter have a friendship now? Since
They
he
already have a rivalry.
It can change.
Oh, alright.
It can change to a friendship.
It's up to you guys.
I'm not sure that Callie takes him seriously yet, so...
He wasn't necessarily doing it
Alright.
out of kindness as much as I don't want to be in this corn maze alone. You're close, I can drag you.
Just takes a victim with me. Got it.
I guess I'll take Callie.
Here we go again.
Okay.
It is worth mentioning that this is the second to last round.
People gonna have to die.
Both of my boys got.
Oh, it looks so good in all these mirrors.
So,
I
who
don't
do-
know
wait,
if
who
we're
do-
gonna make it to the end.
Sorry, I'm missing someone. I got Callie, Steve, and John. Who else
Peter.
did we pick out of here?
Peter.
Stars Peter.
Peter. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Dwayne.
Stand by what I said.
Say it again. I want to hear it.
I look so good in all these mirrors. I don't know how I'm gonna make it to the end.
I think Peter has found Callie again. It's like, come on, the House of Mirrors is going to be the easiest place to keep safe because vampires can't look in mirrors because they don't have a reflection. So come on, we just need to stay in there for a little while. It'll be fine.
I mean, if you're gonna continue with this childish notion that they're real, doesn't that mean that we wouldn't be able to see them coming?
Oh, shit. Good thinking. Good thinking.
I
Okay, so we need to get out of
you're
here.
wrong, but I'll humor you.
Yeah, we need to get out of this mirror maze. Look at the ground and just, like, follow the ground.
Always go right.
Windex! Get your Windex here! Oh, these dirty mirrors! Oh, only one man has the Windex to make it happen. Oh, it's me, your boy, Steve McCall.
Ray, are you okay?
Oh, who needs some
Pretty good.
Windex? Get your time skyrocketed through the mirror maze. Win yourself a teddy boo. For the boo.
Hey,
I'm gonna buy some Windex.
How much is that Windex?
$40.
Oh.
Windex braces.
All right,
Carnival
I'm into
rates.
it.
There you go.
He takes the Windex and just sprays it on his stomach and starts like rubbing it. Oh, it looks so good in these mirrors. What do you think, man?
Sure, yeah. If you, I think what you need is another bottle of Windex.
No, I think we're good now.
Oh, I mean, you got enough for you, but you ain't got enough for all the mirrors. How's people gonna see you if they can't get a good clear picture?
Oh, that's a good point. I'll have 2 more bottles.
All right, that'll be $80. Here you go. And at this point, like, he only had 2 bottles of Windex, so he like takes one and he like gets a water bottle and he like pours half of it into the other one. Here you go. That'll be $80.
Great. Happily pays him.
All right.
All your tips for the night.
Now, how the fuck do I get out of here?
That's a good question. I never really come in here with the intention of leaving. Mostly shirking my duties and looking at myself.
I think he kind of starts stumbling. Ow, shit, fuck! And he bumps his way through until he eventually finds the other 2. Oh, hey, do you guys know how to get out of here?
Look, just follow. Just look at the ground and follow it, because you can see where the
Okay, let's look at the ground and not be aware of our surroundings at all as we walk through.
You keep poking holes in my theories.
He's confused. He's worried about vampires.
I heard that.
I mean, I already sold him all the garlic corn he could ever need. So we should be all right.
Hey, somebody said garlic corn. That sounds delicious.
A voice from somewhere in the mirror maze comes.
And I'm just looking at my feet.
That is actually how mirror mazes work.
Doodly do. Hope nobody hurts me.
And then,
And
My hands are in my pockets. I'm looking down at my feet.
all of a sudden, because
I have headphones in.
I want to take all of you.
Okay.
So, here's how this happens. None of you see like what you think. You've been hearing that the vampires can't see themselves, but you think surely we'd see what they're wearing. Not so. So as you look into the mirrors, you all simultaneously feel something grab your necks. And in the mirror, there's nothing there. You can see the indentation on your skin. There's nothing there. But as you look over your shoulders, one of you, let's see, John, you see Jewel grabbing your neck. Steve, Roy Fiari has your neck. Callie, Victor von Van Cryer has you around the neck. And Peter, Hans Parser, the freight train smoking announcer, has you by the neck and simultaneously attempt to take a bite out of you.
asshole.
So,
I have not even the faintest clue.
I can see a lot of people have not drawn cards.
No idea.
so now I draw my card, right?
Yeah.
Oh, which one are you? Callie? Oh, you get a lot.
Yep, that's me.
You get 5 cards.
Ooh.
And you get to redraw twice now.
This will not be hard to beat.
It's a 4 of clubs.
John lays down a 5.
6.
Boy, howdy. I really wish I could play something lower,
Here's a
but...
question that's not spoilers at all. What is a Joker?
It's just get out of your hand. You're not supposed to.
Oh, I had that last round. I thought I could use this. Thank goodness I didn't.
Yeet.
It was trash.
That is the sound of Ray yeeting the Joker out the window. Metaphorically.
Nope, literally.
Take that,
Is
Batman.
that the 4 of clubs I have to beat?
Who played the 5 of hearts?
That was John.
What's the card to beat 4 of clubs? Well,
4 of
boy,
clubs.
howdy.
Yep.
Look what I got.
Whoa.
Did you do your
I did not.
redraws,
How many
Ray?
times?
You get 2 of them. 2.
I did use mine last time as Callie.
Okay, so this is the one I'm throwing away. Is the 5 of spades.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna get...
5 of clubs, you mean?
No, I played the 5 of clubs. I'm tossing out the 5 of spades to redraw 2 others.
I got you.
What did you play, Savannah?
I
You
played
had,
the
you had to
6 of-
discard 2 cards to draw 2 cards.
Oh, 2 cards.
Okay.
This one.
I'm gonna use John's rivalry with Peter
Mm-hmm.
and drop the Queen of Hearts.
Alrighty.
My card is in defense mode.
That's perfect. But because so that just overtakes the killer's card. So the killer's card is now a Queen of Hearts.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, so that's against all of you then, right?
Yes.
So then the
Fuck
highest.
you guys.
So if you can beat a Queen of Hearts, you can play
Queen
another
of
card.
Diamonds.
Queen of Diamonds. That'll do it. Stabby beats round.
Who was that?
That's me.
So do we
That was
play
Savannah.
a new card now to try and beat the...
You play a new
It's
card.
for yourself, right? Everyone has to beat it for themselves.
I got some good news
Yes.
for a girl, Callie.
Oh no! Really?
That's as high as you can go.
Anybody have a friendship with Callie?
Does John have to play in the park, or is he good?
You have a 5 of Hearts showing, so
Yeah, but since I did the rivalry, am I still...
no. Because it was an everyone target. All you can do is replace the killer's card, and you replace the killer's card with the Queen of Hearts.
Oh, alright.
I'm dead. I'm real dead.
No, not Callie.
I'm sorry, I took your girl. And
John Everman is also dead.
You fucking killed yourself.
Okay,
Worth it.
so the two.
Worth.
I'm tracking the 4 that we have left are Fi, Melissa, Steve.
Nope. Fi is super dead.
Okay, maybe that was when I was. Okay,
Yeah, if I was a vampire.
that's what it was. Okay, I had mixed my things up. Okay, so the ones who died this time
Who
are
else died?
John Everyman and
Callie and
Callie Carryweather.
Callie.
So what's gonna happen is the 2 that are bitten first, John and Callie, cry out, and whatever they scream scares the other 2, Peter and Steve, so much so that they run dead ahead and just shatter glass, and they're able to see clearly to get out of the mirror maze via broken glass, these broken glass reflections, just running through it.
This Kool-Aid man through the
Oh yeah!
mirror maze.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Did Callie and John get got, or did they get vamped?
they are vamped.
Okay.
Vamped.
So this is the final scene. And the killer for the final scene is the illustrious Star, our own Spookmaster General, so that works out well. And the rest of us will take on one of the remaining cards, and we will play as a standard game until only one person survives, and that one person will get to defeat the ancient evil
Ho, ho,
the way
ho.
they see fit. Ha ha ha! Take that, killer.
Well, I think I would.
I, of
be-
course, will be playing.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
I'll be playing Peter Winthrop,
Perfect.
my sweetest boy.
What, Melissa and Steve, is that the last 2?
Yeah, we're down to the 3.
Who's the last one?
No, Melissa's a vampire.
Melissa's dead as fuck. Steve and John. No, John just died. Steve
Jewel
and
got
Jewel.
vamped.
No, Joel's dead.
No, Joel's dead as fuck.
Steve and Peter, and I think that's it.
And can't be it. Callie Carewether just died. Jules dead. John's dead. Peter Winthrop
Yeah, I
alive.
got 8 people.
Hans
Out.
Parser dead. Steve alive. Phi dead. Melissa dead.
Callie did.
Victor dead.
No,
Rory
Got-
No, Rory died.
because he had fire coming
I
out
think
of
there's
his
just
neck.
2 left. Devin, you can take.
No, by all means, I want to see you play Steve.
Okay. He's gonna have a New York accent because that's the
Love
only
it.
thing I can do. And I forgot what his voice
Perfect.
That's
sounded
the only thing I could do right now. Okay, so we will recall the cards, shuffle the cards, take our
Cards
cards.
does Steve have? Not many, I would assume. He's not a nice man.
Steve has.
He's got 2 right now that I know.
Yeah.
He's got a couple. I think he's got 4.
He's screwing Joel and friends
He's
with
got
Callie.
3 cards because he had a relationship with Jewel.
Oh, that's
So 3
Yeah.
total? Yeah.
And then Peter, I believe, has
Correct.
4.
I was checking 5.
5? He might
I've
have
got
5.
rivalries with John, Callie, and Rory.
I thought he got a friendship with somebody.
We were talking about it changing to friendship with
Peter doesn't have
Callie.
friends.
Oh, yeah, and we did move it. Yeah.
Oh, but then we didn't do
Yeah.
that. Okay, so just 4, huh?
Yeah.
And he's got 3 survivor points.
Oh, do I have survivor points? Yeah, I've watched a lot of people die.
You should have 2.
Okay.
You should have 2, yeah. Including your wife.
Wife?
Yeah, sure, they're married.
Date?
I don't know. I think they're married.
It's weird. It's a weird relationship.
Now they are.
Not anymore. I'm a free man now.
I'm afraid nobody can stop me.
Alright. Well, I believe we would be remiss to not to put our ending scene anywhere but in the haunted house itself. Where you walk through, it's a good 5-10 minute walk through the haunted house. It's all strobe lights and fog machines and some kind of rickety old animatronics. They reach out at you, they scream at you, they pop up and then they go back down. They jump out and then they jump back in. It's some real low-key stuff. It's definitely low budget. It's definitely been around for probably a couple too many years. And this is where you find yourselves after this strange and terrifying experience in the mirror maze.
I told you, sir. I told
Yeah,
you.
well, listen. It could have been anything. It didn't have to be vampires. But it
was.
Look, you know, you may see this as a tragedy. I lost my dear darling wife, or in the corn maze, but you know what I see? Opportunity. Ask me how.
I
Ask me how.
sincerely
Ask me
hope you
how.
meet your end.
You know what's
Tell
really
me
good
how.
for disinfecting all these cuts we got? Windex. Yeah,
Ow, it
that's
hurts!
The disinfectant happening. You know, you gotta no pain without any gain. Like no other way around. No gain without any pain. I think is what they say. Right. Well, and,
I thought we were using
okay,
Windex,
kid,
not
I'm
gain.
gonna level with you.
Okay.
Yeah, smart Alec. I'm a level with you, kid. I'm real scared.
Okay.
I don't
You
like
should
haunted
be.
houses. Like
You're
I know
probably
it's all
going to
fake.
die.
Ain't we all?
I mean,
ain't we all, kid?
they-
You know, you just go through life thinking, one day. But like this haunted house,
they
man,
look
I got
really
a bad
cheesy,
tick.
and I
think this
just-
is gonna take me out.
You think you're not the vampires? You think that the haunted house is going to be your
I'm
undoing?
not a proud man. They just jump out, and I just get like the heebie-jeebs up in my spine. Not a fan.
Well, Well, if you look, you can see. You know, it's actually pretty cheesy, and then I start gesturing to the animatronics, which are just the vampire, the ghoulish visages of our fallen friends, like making it a very rickety.
That one looks just like my dear darling departed wife. I don't care for that at all. That seems kind of crass.
A little on the nose.
Okay,
Star,
sorry.
you have to
Sorry,
strike.
lagging. Shit. There we go. Sorry. Lagging. Muted.
You're
I'm
muted.
Good now. So you go around a corner amongst this forest of animatronics and bad setting and just very screechy sound effects. And already turned off by the fact that several of these animatronics look ironically like your fallen comrades. You turn the corner and, Steve, you see the visage of... Fuck, I just had it. You see the visage of Victor Van Cryer, the Spookmaster extraordinaire, except that at the last second you realize he looks way too real. And then
He's
he
the
lunges for your
kookiest
neck.
of the bunch. Oh, good.
He's the spookiest. Yeah.
He's the spookiest of the bunch.
I'm going to play a card. How do I play a card?
Woof.
It's a 4 clubs.
The 4 of clubs. The 4 of clubs! That's impossible. There's only
What?
2. There's only
That
one
doesn't make any
Rigged.
sense. What is that one?
It's a 9 of hearts.
What is this hearts card?
That's me.
Nine of-
The 9 of hearts. That's what I played.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes more
Bested
sense.
you.
Bested.
Bested.
Yeah, you're
At
not-
the
you're
last
not
second you
spooking
managed
me.
to jerk out of the way.
Yeah, that's cheesy right there. Just like, we lost a lot of good people today, and they're just monetizing that. It makes me sick. People will sell whatever they can for however much they. Oh, makes me sick.
You're literally
Listen,
a war
kid,
profiteer.
No one asked. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know when he got so mean.
I can't get over the fact that you just like you assumed that it was an animatronic, even though it totally just went for your neck.
You know, you see a lot of crazy things in this business.
Why are you still denying the truth? There are vampires and they
I
want to
think
kill
you're
us.
lying, kid. It's a good story, though. You're real good at telling stories.
All of our friends
Yeah,
are
okay.
dead.
Inconvenient truth.
You watched Phi Gieri murder your wife.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be working through that for a while now, kid. Let me tell you, I'm not gonna be able to eat a hot dog for many, many years.
You guys find yourself in a new room in the haunted house. This one is just strobe lights. Fog and strobe lights. It's horrible. And the next thing you know, in the flashing black and white, black and white, black and white, you suddenly see, like, 3 of your fallen comrades going for both of you at the same time.
Lay it on me, kid.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
oh no. Is it
It's
just
spades.
Well then.
what you got? What you got, Peter?
The highest.
What you got, dog? I'll play. Oh, that's gonna be my king of diamonds.
Tear
Peter
down the
Dye!
Oh!
All right.
No one else is alive.
I'm not gonna.
In the
help this
middle
kid
of
out.
his rant. In the middle of his rant about how you are denying the truth, everything is. You just watched your wife die. Peter is cut down before your eyes beneath a pair of hungry fallen comrades just descending upon his body, and you book it out of the.
I
That's
knew
just
this would
kooky, but
happen.
Real scary, so I'm a going.
Nope. You nope your way out.
All right, now Ray, as the final girl, the story is now yours. Tell us how you best the vampire.
Okay.
Denial.
Final sales. The
I leave
It's
and I
not the
go
death
home
of
and the
a
sun
salesman.
comes out.
I sell them all garlic cloves because I'm that good.
Final salesman.
Oh, this is right. This is not the death of a salesman.
Something I've gotten into recently is
Hiking in the woods alone. No, it's fun.
can't just say things. A product I've recently discovered is something called the Happy Light. And basically what this does, this is an instrument for people who struggle with seasonal depression. It's this little box light that emulates sunlight. Sounded kooky to me too, but apparently it works. But I just got a whole bunch of shipments in, and I just found out everyone's too darn happy. No one's buying them. Until I convince them, hey, you know that kooky little haunted house you have? I got some great strobe lights for you. Check out these bad boys. So I install them. I get all of our fun little animatronic friends who I'm starting to think of maybe not so animatronic and maybe a little bit more flesh and undead flesh and blood. Whatever. I hook them all up. Looks great. And then I turn them all on.
And a vacuum cleaner.
We're gonna need some more animatronics.
Screams of pain echo. Shrieks. They all turn to dust before your eyes. And scary stop motion because strobe lights are horrible to watch.
Well,
And that's how our story ends. But, like any good DVD, we have some additional content. We have alternate endings. So now, anyone that's not Ray, who came up with that amazing ending, can propose their own alternate ending to how they think the story should have ended. And we'll start with Devin S. Davenport.
No, don't start with me. Wait, so the guidelines on this are: must it be the same character, or could it be
It can be literally anything. Remember how Clue ends and then they do a bunch of endings and everything's crazy? That's that. We did this last year.
It was a whole year
It's your
ago.
house.
Actually, in an alternate ending,
It was
we
a whole
didn't
year
play Final
ago.
Girl, we played 10 Candles.
Then we gave up on 10 Candles and played Final Girl.
Yeah, that's an alternate ending. That's all I'm
They
saying.
happened out of game. Or we played
is
a
an
different
alternate.
game.
So meta.
Come on, someone lay an alternate ending on me.
Okay, I got something. So, Rory Fiari has just given up hope. Despite the teddy bears, despite the constant attempts of people around him to lift him up, he just drinks and drinks and drinks as much oil as he possibly can. This is it. He's going to make a statement for everyone at the carnival, for everyone at the Monster Mash. Everyone's going to know who Rory Fiari is, and they're going to mourn his loss. And he goes into the most popular place at the carnival, the haunted house. And as he sits there, he sits there drinking his oil, and he hears a commotion. And it's 2 or 3 people running up to this part of the haunted house. And of all people, it's Peter Winthrop and Steve McCall, and they're being chased by a gang of familiar vampires. And Steve runs up and he says, "Kid, get up, we gotta get out of here." And Rory says, "Nah." And so as Steve runs to help pick up Rory, he trips, and the cigarette that he had was smoking falls into the mouth of Rory Fiari. And he whoop, and belches the loudest belch he's ever belched. And an inferno shoots out behind him, and the entire gang of vampires that had been chasing them to claim the town is incinerated. And Rory Fiari stands a hero.
And all of it. And
The end.
This sounds a
gets-
lot
and
like
ma-
Robert the Rose Horse, but with fire breathing.
the governor gives him the key to the city and a lifetime supply of Clearasil.
Does it work?
Well, Star, it's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, I don't know if I can go that in depth. Damn. I think a good way to go off of this is our good boy Peter watches. He manages to escape in that last animatronic filled strobe light flashing horror fest by throwing the denial based salesman to the wolves, metaphorically. Actually, to the vampires. Either way. And in doing so, he realizes that it seems that the vampires have made this haunted house a nest, almost. And he knows that this place has not updated its animatronics in quite some time. These robotics are quite old, and therefore very easy to short out, very easy to spark. And so in one final blaze of glory, he shorts several of the animatronics, sets the place ablaze, and the vampires all fall to ash.
Nice. What do you got, Dwayne?
Real easy. Our beautifulest Take One, Leave One girl, Callie, she has survived by being the mastermind behind it all.
Ooh.
It was not Dracula who was Dracula was a cool vampire. She was very vampire-esque, and as the primary matriarch sometimes does, just wipes them all out because they're the worthless bunch.
You guys just suck.
Yep.
My ending's gonna be pretty close to the real one, where it's the final two. It's Steve and Peter, and they're running through this room, and these strobe lights go off, and Peter gets swarmed by these three vampires, and he screams, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" You really fell for it. And he stands up, and all these vampires are biting him and gnawing at him, kind of like fall behind him, and he goes, "How do you think I knew about all the vampires? I'm the fucking boss." And he eats his whole brain.
Wait,
It's the
I have
brain.
another one.
He's a zombie.
Yeah,
He's
a
on fire.
zombire. He's the most powerful agent.
I have another one.
Okay.
You ready? Okay.
Breaking
So-
tradition, but I like it.
No, but it's good. So we see the final ending, right? And it's
Uh-huh.
Peter. It's not Peter. It's Steve surviving and like destroying all the vampires, setting up, and we see poor Peter dying at the hand of the vampires, and then our Jezebel. What is her name? Jasmine.
You got a
No.
Jezebel?
No, Jewel. Jewel opens her eyes, and she's holding Peter's hands in the cornfield.
Oh.
It was
Oh,
all
Ooh,
just a
I
vision.
got another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything happened just as it just did. Everyone's, but they're not incinerated. Okay, they're just. It gets to the point where the last two are there, but Steve is killed, like gone down, and so then after that, like all the lights and after Steve is killed, Peter says, "All right, guys, game's over." And so everyone in the town is a vampire, and they've just been playing a game about who's the scary vampire. And so that was it. There's just a big game of vampires.
The Blake Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Okay, I've got one more. Steve, obviously, he goes through everything and ends just like Ray described. He's got the strobe lights, kills all the vampires, and then like it cuts and it's Steve. And he's, "So what do you think?" And he's in like a
infomercial.
He's trying to pitch something.
No. He was pitching the story. He's like, and that's, I think we could get like a 4-picture deal.
We could set a bunch of these lamps.
We'll call it Carnival.
Enthusiasm.
Oh my God.
The plot was the character voices weren't consistent. No one knew their lines. I don't see how we can sell this as a product.
So what you're saying, it's going to be a
All right.
blockbuster. I'm into it.
Twist. Okay, little twist. Bump the age of everybody either up or down to 19, and it's a fun flick.
You got it. We got how many?
All right, let's
40
do it.
mil? Okay.
I want to suck your cock. Oh, it's $1 million idea.
Whoa, hold on. This turned into a smut film. Let's put a couple more zeros.
Anybody else have any great endings?
I don't think we
On
can
top of that
any
one,
of those, no.
I don't know, man.
No. Well, then I'd just like to thank you all for joining me. You guys are wonderful as always. We have determined our final girl to be a middle-aged salesman, as it should have always been, so it shall always be. And I'd like to say, Happy Halloween. We love you. Bye!
Bye.